Well, hello everybody, welcome to Pro-Am Outdoors. Some people on my channel have been asking me, what does the Pro-Am mean? Well, it means professional and amateurs. Back in the 90s and 2000s, I used to fish tournaments. I had my own outdoors TV show back then. But the thing is, I used to also be a casting instructor. And today I'm going to show you how to do some flipping and pitching techniques that improve the way you cast and do it more accurately. How? Using magazines in your backyard. There he is. Woo! Woo! So what we're going to do is set up these magazines to show you how to cast accurately. A lot of people thinking that when you're flipping or pitching that you have to hit a pinpoint spot somewhere. You don't have to do that. If you figure out about the size of a magazine and you can drop that lure on there, you're pretty accurate. So what you want to do is in your yard, get on a 5-gallon bucket or a crate and just flip out there, set the magazines out at different areas. So let's go ahead and place these out and show you what we're talking about. Now I just placed out 4 different magazines in different areas. The next thing you want to do is to set up on your rod. You don't have to have a very expensive rod. I could actually do this with a cheap $50 setup. This one here is from Lew's. I think I got it for $59.95 and it works really great. It's a 6.6 rod. I like that when I'm bank fishing so that I can be under trees and actually cast real easy. A 6.6 rod works better that way. But if you can get away with it any time, go to a 7-foot rod, medium heavy action, you'll be better off for it. How you set up your rod to actually do this flipping and pitching. The thing that you want to do is get your reel set where we'll get close to it and show you. You want to be able to get your drag just right where you can pull and it doesn't hurt anything. But you also have the drag system here on the side. This is your magnetic drag. Some of them a little bit different. I started about halfway, and as you get better, you can loosen it up a little bit increments at a time. But you want to set it where you got your weight sitting out here. And the way you want to do it is just you want to click it and let it free drop to the ground. If you don't get much of a backlash, look at there, come right out. Just a little bit of spool over. Not too bad, just a little bit. That's it. That's accurate. That'd be really good right there. Maybe even tighten it up a little bit more, but that's where it's perfect for me. So everything's set from your drag to your magnetic system. Everything's perfect on this already. So the next step is, how do you cast? A lot of people's like, casting? Well, casting is a very big deal. It starts from the butt to your reel, to the tip, to your lure. Everything starts right here. Okay, you see that? That's where it starts at. I get tired of seeing so many people casting so hard to get something out there and they can't do it. If you can just flick your wrist out, I can cast just as far as anybody that's casting overhanded. Guarantee you that. And you don't want to do it where it's straight like this because you have no pendulum, because your wrist can't do that. Very simple. Turn your wrist over and look at this. You see that? That's how you want to cast. You want to thumb it and release. When you pick up, you want everything to be on a pendulum. So what that's going to look like is that when this swings out, all you're doing is dropping your wrist, letting it swing out, pick up, and then let release. That's it. That's all you got to do is pick up, release. Once again, drop it with your wrist over, not like this, because you can't hardly get a good angle. Boom. And you want to get your lure at the same distance as your reel. That's a good indicator because both hands are even with each other. And then what you want to do is roll the wrist over, hold your hand flat, don't even grab it, just hold it flat, release with your hand and let go. When you do that, as it swings, you lift up and release with your thumb on the reel, line will go out by itself and land. But you get a little bit more accurate with it doing it that way. So once again, show you, lure, same distance as the reel, pendulum, let it drop, lift your rod up, line will go out. So let me show you how that looks like from this angle. I'm going to lift, release, let it drop, land it right on the magazine. So, but as you get better, you can actually swing it faster and it'll go out real far. Robert, watch this real quick. Ready? I'm letting it pendulum out right when it gets to about, when it's going out by itself, I let go. Right about water height, watch. Water height, see? And I'm not trying to lift to do it this close. See, you got too much, look at here. Look at here, this is what you did. You bent your rod back. Never do that. Let it naturally just swing out, you see? Don't bend your rod down, because now you're shooting it and you got loose line. There you go. Is that what you've been doing a lot? Trying to? Yeah. Okay. And now do the same thing, just lift up quicker and it'll get underneath it. Ha bingo. No, it's difference right there just from not trying to tighten it, right? Now, a lot of people don't know they call it flipping and pitching the same thing. It's absolutely not. This is pitching. When you grab your line the same distance, okay, so let's get it back to where it is. You want your lure here. This is flipping, is when you grab the line and go out about as far as your arm. So I'm gonna get the line right where the lure's same distance as the reel. But look, I got this much line out. Now all I gotta do is release. Still keeping a finger on it, or thumb. Some people do the thumb. You wanna swing it back and release like that, but you want to keep contact. I do it like this, so I'm still in contact with the line. That is flipping. This is pitching. Remember that. I see so many young people say, oh, I'm flipping it out there. No, you're not, you're pitching. Let's get that straight, okay? So now that you got flipping and pitching down, remember, flip, thumb, accurate deal. But remember, keep your line and your lure same distance as your reel. Keep your wrist bent. If you can do that, you got it. Not wrist this way, wrist this way. Hold your rod just like that and lift. That's all you got to do, just lift. You're not tearing up your elbow, your shoulder when you're just doing this all day. And you can do that all day and not get tired. So as you can see, I got magazines set out here at different levels, and I'm going to show you how I cast towards each one of those, be more accurate. So like I have a magazine here, and it's about 10 feet away. I want to sit here and just land it right on top of the magazine. Got another one out there a little further. I want to try to land on it. Well, when you're able to land on every single one of them, that's what you want to do. Be able to land or go just past it. If you go past it, you're even better off. Now, as you're casting to each one of these magazines, you'll notice that I'm just going at it a little bit at a time. Cast to that one, then I cast over to the other one. What you want to do is going around different directions. All you got to do is just set yourself up, a few magazines in the yard, and practice this until you get good enough where you can go out and cast pretty accurately within about a foot of your strike zone. Just think about the size of a magazine. That's all you need. Now, when you get a little bit better, what you want to do is practice going up under trees, like this one over here. You just try to get it up under a tree and land right on it. And if you can get where you can do that, that's pretty good. There we go, look at that. That's what I want. Come on, give me a fish out. Now, when you're fishing in a boat and you're casting a little bit more accurate, hitting these specific spots, you'll notice that you'll get more bites. So be more accurate and you catch more fish. There we go. I knew it wouldn't be back in there. All right. Got one on here. Look at that one. So the next thing is, it's a misconception that you got to cast real hard to get the line out there far. I can actually pitch just as far as anybody can cast, and I'm finna prove it to you. So now I'm gonna show you how we can go in distance, because a lot of people don't believe that you can get real long, accurate cast by pitching it. And I'm gonna show you how easy that actually is if you do it correctly by doing your wrist. Now I'm gonna cast way out there. I'm gonna walk to the lure, but I'm gonna put my rod down just to show you how far it is out there. Okay, putting the rod down. right at 30 yards by flicking my wrist. You can do this when you're bank fishing so that when you're under trees, it's much easier to get out. So you're not trying to swing sideways, you're not going overhand. Flick your wrist. Practice this in your yard, you'll get better at it. In fact, I'm gonna go 30 yards out, cast back towards the camera and see what we do. Landed right here, about 3 feet from the camera. Can't really blame that, huh? And that's just a little 3/16 ounce tungsten weight, 3/0 hood on a brush hog. Something lightweight too. So imagine what you can do if you had something heavier, you can get out even further. So you really don't have to cast super hard if you use the right technique to get out there. So practice with this in your yard. You'll get much, much better by just placing some magazines out. Cast to it a little bit, do a little bit of flipping, a little bit of pitching. Learn how to cast accurately to each one. If you get good at going from here to there to here to there, you're going to get much better at casting. And do it under some trees where you can try to get more accurate, get underneath it. Try this and you're going to be a much better fisherman and you're going to catch more fish. I'm looking for subscribers for my channel. Please subscribe, hit the like button. We need a thumbs up. We really need a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm go up higher so I can get more viewers, more of this type of videos going out for you guys. Remember, keep your line wet, your hook sharp. We'll see you next time.